When Janine invited us to this Nashville party, I honestly didn't know what it was going to be. All I knew was that it was a paddle steamer called the Decoy cruising along the Swan River from South Perth. Now that already sounded like a pretty nice way to spend an afternoon. We've even tried a bit of boot scooting before. Not very successfully, I might add, but we're always up for trying something different. What I didn't realise was that this was going to be a full-blown hootenanny. And when I say hootenanny, cowboy hats, dancing, live music, pizza, sushi and drinks flowing, and people I hadn't seen in years. I was reminded how beautiful South Perth really is. South Perth has actually been a part of Perth's story for a very long time. The area started developing back in the late 1800s, especially when the Perth Zoo opened in 1898, which brought lots of visitors across the river by ferry. The Main Street jetty became a major arrival point for people travelling across the Swan River to visit the zoo and the growing suburb. And today, the whole foreshore area has been redesigned and revitalised over the years to make it this beautiful riverside space we enjoy now. There are walking paths, open lawns, sculptures, and some really fun little touches like the meerkats and emu statues scattered around the area. Standing there looking across the river to the Perth skyline, honestly, it's one of the prettiest views in the whole city. And I have to say, if I could live anywhere along the river, South Perth would definitely be on my list. Imagine waking up to this view every day. Now the boat itself is actually pretty interesting too. The paddle steamer we were on is called the Decoy. It was built in Fremantle in 1986. But it was designed to look like the paddle steamers that used to travel along the Swan River back in the 1870s. And what makes it even more fascinating is the engine. The Decoy runs by using a 1905 twin-cylinder steam engine that was salvaged and restored from an old engineering workshop in Manjimup. So when you hear that engine chugging away and see those pedals turning behind the boat, you're actually looking at a piece of working mechanical history, still cruising the Swan River today. Not bad for a party boat. The cruise was called Dreaming of Nashville, and it left from Perth at midday. It was basically a late lunch cruise. Sandwiches, pizza, sushi, and you could buy drinks on board. There was also a really great dance floor. We headed up the Swan River, and after a while, things started to warm up. At first, everyone was just finding their place, that moment at the beginning of an event where people are looking around, trying to see who they knew. It was a bit warm, people needed a drink, and everyone was settling in. We started saying hello to everyone and just getting to know who we were sitting with. We were finding out their names, and that was just fun. And then the music kicked in and the whole atmosphere changed. People were dressed in full cowboy gear, hats, boots, denim, the lot. And suddenly the dance floor filled and it turned into an absolute party. Not just a little party either, a proper floating country music hootenanny on the Swan River. So I've already told you that the band was called Dreamin' of Nashville, and they were sensational. They've travelled all around Australia. But they've originally come from the UK, which I just couldn't believe. Great musicians, strong singers, and they really knew how to lift the room. And once they got going, there was no stopping on the dance floor. We went along with my little crew, what I call my purple circle, my awesome friends, Lee and Jim, Janine and Greg, and of course, my partner Grant. I should say though, our friends John and Susie couldn't make it this time, and I know they would have absolutely loved being there for this memory. And of course, there's the Swan River itself. There's something very special about being out on that water. Boats flying past, the paddle wheel turning, the skyline of Perth across the river. You feel like you're on holidays, but you're still at home. And just when we thought things were winding down, something unexpected happened. On the way back, someone on board became unwell, so the boat actually had to dock on the other side of the river rather than where we started, which meant our little adventure wasn't quite finished yet. We wandered over to Elizabeth Quay and grabbed an ice cream and enjoyed the sunshine and watched the ferries coming and going. Then we hopped on the Trans-Perth ferry and crossed back over the river. And the good thing is, on Sundays, the ferry is actually free. So we turned it into a little bonus outing. And honestly, it was the perfect relaxed way to end the day after all that music and dancing. Sometimes the unexpected bits are the best part of the story. So if you ever see one of these themed cruises pop up on the Swan River, especially on the Decoy, I would absolutely recommend it. You don't have to organise anything, you just show up. You eat, you dance, you cruise the river, and suddenly your ordinary day turns into something really memorable. Because honestly, life is too short not to dance on a paddle steamer in a cowboy hat. Life after 60 just keeps getting better and better. If you enjoyed coming along on this little Swan River adventure, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you love discovering interesting places and experiences around Perth, make sure you subscribe. I've got plenty more adventures coming. And I'd love to know in the comments, have you ever done one of these river cruises? And did yours turn into a hootenanny? See you in the next one.